interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
What's up with it, family? It's your big homie Jeff, back at you with the realness, of course, as only I can bring it. Today I'm going to do a product review. Much like everyone else that's stuck at home during these quarantine times, I also find myself on Amazon ordering a lot of things, especially boxing equipment. I can't help it. Whatever sport you might be into or whatever obsession or passion you have, I'm sure you can relate to the unnecessary purchasing, or maybe it is essential purchasing, who knows, of things just to keep us happy because we're all consumers and Jeff Bezos is about to be a trillionaire. Anyways, I just picked up my package because I keep my deliveries at the drop site away from my property because I'm not trying to have package pirates take my stuff. But anyways, today I'm looking at the Sanabul Essential Curved MMA Boxing Mitts. So let's open these up. So these Sanabul boxing mitts are the most ordered boxing mitts they have on Amazon. I don't know whether that's good or bad, but they have more reviews than any of the other mitts that are out there. So I think it was like something like 1,700 reviews. And I want to say the score was something like 4.8 out of 5. So this is what it looks like coming out the box. Let's open this up. Oh. Yes, here we go. Okay, so breaking them out the package. So, optically, let's take a look at what we got. They've got a curved shape, which is good. It'll help you catch the punches. Let's see how they feel inside the hand. I love red and black. Just to let you know, red is my favorite color. Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, you know, red and black. It's kind of what we do. But let me really quick put this in my hand. Okay, right off the top, I am feeling the curvature. You can feel the curvature inside of the gloves, and that comes in handy. When you're catching punches, you'll feel it ideally if they're getting it in the center. That way it doesn't get knocked off. I've been working with a very low quality pair of Easton gloves that I've had, gosh, for at least 10 years now. They don't have the strap. The main thing that's important is these straps. So just visually off the top, it looks good. Let me hold that up to you. There we go. It's got leather outside. Probably fake leather because these weren't that expensive. I only paid about $25.50 for these. But the main important thing for me is this strap. As you're actually holding punches for people, you'll find that without that strap to hold your wrists in place, these will end up getting knocked out of your hands. But overall, I like the feel of these. It's a little slick on the inside as far as where I put my hand in. And I'm sure as my hand warms up and gets sweaty, that's going to become a thing, but that's to be expected with these focus mitts for boxing and MMA. I have seen other brands that have the top parts of your hands kind of exposed, so you kind of sit inside the glove and have the outside of your fingers. And those are interesting because it's less kind of sweaty inside of it when you're holding it, but I don't really worry about it getting too sweaty because I should be the one, or should be the only person using these predominantly most of the time. But yeah, so there we go. Visually, Sanabul Curved MMA Boxing Mitts, the most heavily reviewed and most purchased focus mitts on Amazon right now with 1,700 reviews. And I've got some amateur boxers I'm about to meet with shortly, and we can go outside and actually test these with some real mitt work. So I'll show you guys in action how these look, what they sound like when they're getting hit, and I'll give you my opinion on them after I've used them for the first time. Even though after the first time really isn't going to give you much of a gauge because you really want to get these kind of nice and worn in and broken in before you can really make a thorough assertion of just how good a quality these are. But at 4.8 out of 5 on the review scale, I'm hoping that I end up with one of the good pairs and not a lemon, but we'll find out. So anyways, Sanabul boxing mitts. 1, 3, 2. Again. Put the jab out. Again. One, two, click to the bottom. Again. 8, you throw it in. Yeah. Nice. 1, 2. Give me 6 of them. Ah. That's it. All right, folks. And in conclusion, which actually should have been done roughly after the first time I actually used these, Sanabul focus mitts. Let me remove that strap. My favorite thing about these, by the way, is the strap. So, the Sanabul focus mitts, I think last time I checked, there's got to be about almost 1,900 reviews right now on Amazon. A total out of 5 stars, it has 4.8. So, I'm not the only one who thinks that these are pretty good focus mitts. They're definitely a good value. I think I must have paid 26 bucks a total plus tax. Not very expensive relative to some of the other focus mitts I've seen on the market. They can go anywhere from 25, 30 bucks all the way up to several $100s for, you know, the higher end winnings and things of that nature. But these are definitely on the lower end of the spectrum. Sanabul focus mitts. My favorite thing, like I said, the strap. I like the size of it. I was working with these Everlast cheapies, and I've had these for like quite a few years. They're not as big, as you can tell. They're a little bit thinner. Now, the thing about these that really kind of is an inconvenience is that it doesn't have the strap. So a lot of times I'll be in the zone just, you know, calling out the combos to be touched up by whatever boxer I'm working with. These will end up flying off my hands, no good. So, Sanabul focus mitts, 1,900 reviews on Amazon, 4.8 stars out of 5, which actually is not bad at all. And I think it deserves that. These are actually pretty darn good mitts. Now, if you're just a regular boxing enthusiast like myself, these will probably end up lasting you years on years and years. I assume if you're a coach, you're probably going to want to invest in something a little more sturdier. I mean, I don't know. My other ones were super cheap. I think the other ones I just showed you were about $25. Maybe less, actually, but I don't quite remember. I bought them so long ago. But anyways, yeah, the Sanabul focus mitts, I recommend them. If you're looking for some good quality focus mitts to kind of add to your current training regimen or your current practice schedule routine, get them. Sanabul focus mitts. I've used them for a few weeks now. I like them. Out of 5 stars, if I had to rate them, I definitely put them at least 4.6, 4.7. The only singular one drawback I have to these would be that they are not open fingers. So some gloves, like weightlifting gloves that'll have the ends of the tips of your fingers kind of open and exposed, some gloves will have it to where you can actually see the ends of your fingers. And the reason why those gloves or those focus mitts are designed like that is so that your fingers can actually breathe. So I will say this. In the inside, when you have your hands inside and it gets kind of warm and you know you're going through your combos and your drills, you will feel moisture in there. Your hands, I mean, if your hands are like mine are sweaty. So other than that though, it's tolerable. I always take out my equipment, my gloves, my shoes, my headgear, my focus mitts. Anytime I use them, afterwards I immediately set them out to dry and make sure they get some air going through them. So any kind of equipment that you have, even in other aspects of martial arts, whether it be Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu, if you got equipment, it gets sweaty, dry it out. You will definitely preserve your equipment and make it last a lot longer than it would if you were to just sit there and let it get warm, let it get moist, and then let the mildew build up. And the mildew, I don't even want to get into the mildew. That's something else. But anyways, Sanabul focus mitts, check it out. Hope you guys like the review. Look up your boy on the Instagram, Yellow Boy Magic. Hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already done so. You guys know the drill. One love. Stay healthy, stay fit, fam.